When impeached Judge Dr. John Hlophe leads the UMkhonto weSizwe, MK, party caucus in Parliament, South African politics are created. Before we continue, please kindly hit on the subscribe button. When the 58 members of MK's parliament are sworn in to the National Assembly, Hlophe will serve as its leader. With a strong staff behind them, the MK party will support some of the policies it ran on. More than populist feelings, former Judge President John Hlophe and Andile Mngxitama will contribute to liveliness and intellectualism. The 65-year-old, who spent more than 20 years as the Judge President of the High Court's Western Cape Division, says he is prepared to serve his party. Hlophe claims that the EFF leader visited him after he was impeached in an interview with SABC on X. "You remember that only one politician in the world paid me a visit at my home in Paarl when I was summarily dismissed from office, and that was Comrade juliusmalema," he remarked. "I am a doctor, not a judge, and I have a doctorate in law. I'm often referred to as Judge Hlophe. Not even Cyrilramaphosa can take away my identity as Dr. Hlophe. He will never give up the doctor title, even if he acquired the judge title." Hlophe said that, as an opposition party, they want to collaborate closely with other progressive parties in the opposition. He declares that MK will not submit to bullying. Hlophe is well known in the South African legal community for his judicial career and his contributions to the nation's legal framework. He attended Cambridge University, the University of Fort Hare, and the University of Natal to study law. He was appointed to the bench after serving as a law professor at the University of Transkei. Once again, former South African President Jacob Zuma is refocusing attention on his personal life rather than his political achievements. Due to his legal issues and what people perceive to be his abuse of power, former South African President Jacob Zuma, who held office from 2009 to 2018, is drawing more and more ire from the populace. In 2018, Zuma tendered his resignation due to internal pressure from inside the African National Congress, ANC party, which was plagued by several corruption claims throughout his tenure. Since his departure, Zuma has been embroiled in a number of legal proceedings due to allegations of corruption, fraud, and money laundering arising from a multi-billion-dollar armaments transaction in the 1990s. Despite his claims that his legal problems are political in nature and his protestations of guilt, public opinion has become increasingly hostile. Many South Africans believe that his actions are a symbol of the greater corruption issue that has plagued the nation's political system for a long time. Demands for accountability and justice made by the populace are blatant indications of their deep unhappiness. Since Zuma has been disobeying court rulings, there has been an increase in anger against him. In July 2021, he was sentenced to 15 months in jail for contempt of court after he disregarded a constitutional court order to appear before the Zondo Commission, which is looking into state capture and corruption during his presidency. Following his arrest, riots and looting broke out, resulting in significant deaths and financial losses. Zuma has been even more alienated from the people as a result of his disobedience. While some ANC members have backed his stance, others have called for a strong commitment to the rule of law. In addition to internal conflict and declining public support, the party is experiencing an existential crisis as a result of Zuma's legal issues. This episode serves as a metaphor for a bigger issue facing South Africa in addressing the fallout from corruption and rebuilding public confidence in the government. Zuma's demise serves as a sobering reminder of the perils of unchecked power and the ongoing struggle for an accountable and transparent government. Watching this drama unfold, South Africans hope that their nation will triumph and become a new nation committed to upholding morality and honesty in governance. Negotiations, concessions, and even standoffs have been hallmarks of the political landscape in South Africa between the African National Congress, ANC, and the Democratic Alliance, DA. The first Deputy Secretary General of the ANC, Nomvula Mokonyane, recently clarified the party's position on possible coalition deals with the DA. Her assertion that it all depends on the DA to make a determination highlights the precarious power dynamics and ongoing negotiations. Nomvula Mokonyane's remarks perfectly capture the African National Congress's strategy for forming coalitions following elections in which no party wins an absolute majority. Now that both sides are aware of their possible coalition partner positions, the focus turns to the actual discussions. Through coalition agreements, the ANC, a crucial political force in South Africa's democratic environment,